Hi guys, and welcome to Workout of the Week number 31. I'm Coach Brent.
I'm Coach Christy.
We've done a lot of intensity over the last month, concluding in our workout last week that left me sore. We did the workout on Wednesday, I was still sore on Saturday.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a little throwback to number 30, you're going to get sore from that one because that was of a biblical proportion of soreness.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do a little bit of recovery today, and particularly in the lower extremities of the leg. So we're going to do a little bit of work on the foot, looking after the fascia under the foot, and then we're going to do a bit of work with a kettlebell on a calf that is fairly well a solid guarantee you're going to see us pull some faces. Because yesterday we did a bit of work on the free runner treadmills, and I feel like a Minecraft character from the hip to the ankle. I'm pretty stiff. This bulk doesn't run a lot, so when it does, there's some ramifications. So we're going to do a little bit of tennis ball stuff first, then a little bit of kettlebell. Let's do this thing.
Okay, let's do it.
Righto.
Let's feel better.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so, is it my turn to talk again?
Totally, you can have a turn.
All you need for our feet is a tennis ball. If you've got a trigger point ball, you can use that, but our feet are both pretty sore at the moment, so you don't need a lot. And sometimes if you use a ball that's too hard, it kind of hinders what we're trying to do in relaxing that fascia under the foot.
Relaxing, that's the word we're looking for.
So tennis ball is what we've got. So we're going to pop it under the arch of the foot. And I think Brent and I probably do this a little bit differently. I usually start and just find a spot, let the weight of my leg go over the ball, and then just try and relax over the ball. I'll hold that for a little bit, and then I'll also do a little bit of the rolling over that tennis ball as well. So how do you like to do it?
So I'm not opposed to that methodology at all. Sneakily got methodology into 2 wows in a row. I do a pretty similar thing. I find I start at the arch of my foot, more towards the ball of my foot, end of my arch rather than the heel. I'll find a spot and get my weight forward, and then what I'll do is I'll do this with my hand because my brain needs to do it with my hand with my foot. I'll clench my toes and then I'll spread my toes. Clench my toes and spread my toes while I keep pressure on. Now, as Christy said, I'm not trying to belt the ball into the ground. You can't force yourself into relaxation. So I don't tighten my toes up as hard as I can. I don't spread them apart so hard that my knuckles turn white on my foot. I'm just gently moving my toes to help mobilise that fascia. So I do about 5 of those. And we're going to do 2 spots in each section of the foot. So at the moment with the tennis ball, it's near the, let's say, the knuckle of my big toe. So it's more to the side of my foot. And I don't know if you can see the foot. Yeah, you can. You can see it's more on the left hand side of Christy's foot. So that's starting to release. So I'm going to find another spot. There. Yep. And same thing. 5 tight, 5 loose. This is what my brain has to do with my hand, but it's mimicking what my toes are doing.
Do what you're going to do.
Yeah, we don't discuss the things that are wrong with my brain because there's a lot, right? It's a pattern thing. So once I've done a couple spots at the ball of my feet, next I'm moving into the middle of the arch of my foot, which...
This is where it's nasty.
Yeah, so depending on how you move and what you do, some parts will be more or less comfortable for you than they are for me. Now I'm over near the instep of my foot. This is actually pretty comfortable for me. I don't mind this. But I can tell you when I move towards the outside of my foot, I'm going to pull a face.
I'm the opposite. I tend to have a bit more flat feet that roll in, so that's usually where mine's tweet.
Also, I don't know what to do with this hand, so that's just put it on my hip. There we go. That looks less awkward. So I've done 5 spots there. Now I'm going to roll across to more of the outside sweep of my foot.
I'm glad that my pain is shifted to you, so I'm okay here.
So, as it's a little more intense, don't hold your breath. Right, the first thing you do is screw up your face, hold your breath. Again, you're trying to relax. This is a recovery methodology. It's not a flogging. You don't come into recovery the same way you do in a hip training. It's not about seeing how much pain I can tolerate. It's about causing a relaxation response, working the tennis ball to relieve tension in the fascia of your foot. Okay, so we're going to go to where I think this is going to be the least one for me. So when I get near my heel, I'm just short of my heel. I'm not under the heel of my foot. I'm just before it, still in the arch of my foot, but at the heel end. I try to keep my heel still on the floor and again I lean forward, into the ball. So,
I never get sick of those noises.
yeah, if you caught the audio on that, that sucked. So, tight, loose, tight, loose. Now you can spend as much time in each of these spots as you like. I find that after 5 to 10 contractions of my toes, that I'm about as good as I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And my tolerance starts running out.
Yeah, this is not a pleasant spot at all.
Okay, moving more to the other side, where as soon as I put my foot on it, I can feel that it's not great. Yeah.
This is not fun.
Now, in a second, once we've done a few more of these, what we're going to do is just walk around the room a little bit and feel the difference between your foot you've done and the foot you haven't done. You will notice a difference because one foot is going to feel far more flexible, relaxed and comfortable, and the other one's going to feel a bit like a brick, which is what mine I like. So, let's go for a little strong. Oh, yeah.
Should I follow you?
I feel like I want to limp with my right leg and walk with the left foot I've just done.
You're right, that the leg we haven't done just feels very heavy and flat and not nice at all.
So we're going to go ahead and do the other foot. Brace yourself for time lapse starting now. Now, both feet are done, little trot, little strut, but comparatively, how
They
much
both
better
feel
does
the
that
same
feel?
now.
My feet feel the same, I don't feel like my foot's going to snap off. So,
That's a good thing.
looking after the fascia under your feet, if you're a runner, is really important. You don't want plantar fasciitis, you don't want calf tears, you don't want Achilles tears. What you're going to do is look after your feet. So, tennis ball, under your feet, a little bit of time once a day, you can do it while you're at your desk. Massive result. So, let's get ground bound and do the one that's going to be less pleasant. Righto, so we have got ground bound and we've got our little pals, a kettlebell. Now, you can use anything that has a hard edge, preferably not a hard edge, like
Not a pointy edge.
not a pointy edge, right? We're not going to cut you,
Needs to be round.
cause damage. Round edge, a little bit rigid. So you can use, if you're in the gym, you can use an Olympic bar or a pump bar, something that's just kind of light, but it's the trigger. You can use a foam roller, it's a gentler version. You can use a trigger point ball at home, I use a trigger point ball on foot, but the beauty of the kettlebell is it's not going to move, right? It's pretty rigid, pretty heavy. So we're going to work starting down near the ankle, all the way up to just before behind the knee. Now, what you're looking for your starting point is to first be to the meat of your calf. So I don't want you on your Achilles, right? I'm not looking to be on a tendon. That first bit of meat goes on the kettlebell. Now, you want pressure on it. What I don't want is this, where you're leaning back, kind of lifting your leg off, and it's unpleasant. Yeah, your shin's not connected to your face, so you shouldn't be trying to lift your head up. So if you want more pressure,
That's enough.
put your other leg up. I'll start this, but I won't by the end. So all you're going to do is arch the foot, point the foot, arch the foot, point the foot. 5 times. You're seeing a similar concept as with our feet. So we can do 5. But we're going to do more spots up the leg than we did. We're not going to do 3 spots. So what I want you to remember too with the kettlebell, humans are not linear objects, right? We're not a piece of paper. We don't just have a front and a back. We've got sides. So if you feel that you want to rotate a bit, find a bit that where you saw us. So from where we started, we're going to move up your leg about this far. So 2.5 inches in the old money, or let's say 5 centimeters in new money. Roll a little bit left and right, find a bit that's a bit awesome. Yeah, like there.
It's
And
everywhere.
arch and point. Arch and point. This is as close as I get to being a ballerina. Arch, point. Now we're sitting in an air-conditioned room and my shin's sweating. That's how unpleasant this is right now. Righto, so another couple of inches, 5 centimeters. Oh, that's getting magical now. Yep, so you're going to quickly find where you're unpleasant, and that's where I want you to go. So there. So there's a marble under my skin. Oh my god.
I'm worried about the next one because that's usually where I have that nice lumpy bit of tissue. It's just
Everyone's got that knotty bit in their legs that they can get all the time. Now, the reason we do trigger point, it's not as a substitute for stretch. It is contributing to your stretching experience. So sometimes you get bound fascially and you can't release the static stress. This is static stretch as opposed to static stress. It's what we use trigger point for. So it's a nice change up sometimes. It is the lollies of the food pyramid, right? It's not an everyday food, okay? You don't use trigger point all the time as a release. You use regular stretch, a little bit of trigger point. So up the leg some more. I feel like I'm going to end up getting kicked. You're moving this way, I'm moving this way. Oh. So now we're starting to get really into the meaty part of my calf, which I'm starting to grimace.
yes. I'm trying very hard to make it continue to look like a smile.
No, I look like I'm drinking vinegar through my eyes. Yeah.
Whose idea was it to run this?
Yours. Chrissy's idea to run yesterday. It's never Brent's idea to run. If you see me running, assume there is a fire or an emergency.
I even avoided kicking you in the face. So
Excellent work. How my calves feel after running yesterday, I'm not sure I can afford you to say correctly.
Mine feeling much better at fire. It's just right with that
Mine's
fire.
not. This is just.
All beer.
Yeah, so for me, I never get that tight low in my calf. It's always up high. So every time you do 5, shuffle yourself along, have a little roll left or right. So on this part of my leg, on the inside, fine. On the outside, golf balls. You can tell it's working when I start trying to hug myself for comfort. Oh. I'm still breathing.
Oxygen consumption is important.
Right. I'm going to go one more spot.
Your legs are larger than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's great now though.
Yes. Now I'm not in the back of my knee, right? We're not looking for ligaments and tendon, we're doing muscle. So I'm about this far short of the back of my knee. Now you can't see it from this angle, but it is,
Hopefully you saw how far out there I got.
it's really up to it. Okay, now, little test I like to do. I have my feet relaxed. Play with one calf like that, blah, blah, blah. Versus the other one. This one feels stiff, right, and tight. This one is like jello. It's just soft, relaxed, looks comfortable. So when you go into high speed mode, we're going to do the other leg. Back to speed. So, nice malleable
I
calves
was going to
now.
say that's the word that
Malleable. I do like that. Very, I'm fond of a bit of articulation. So, calves feel better, feet feel better. And this is, again, as we said, that was 10 minutes, give or take. Yep. 10 minutes out of my day once a week, look after your feet, look after your calves. There's something you don't look after all the time. We're always stretching quads and glutes and chest and back and all the big muscles. You miss the ball of the calves and feet to do all the work all the time, every time you're doing everything. So, 10 minutes, tennis ball, kettlebell, go forth and look after your bits and pieces a bit better. We will see you next week for number 32.
See you there, guys.
Bye, guys.